Today, we are talking about a few scholarships that international students can access, because there have been a lot of questions. Can you help me with full scholarship? Can you help me with scholarship? Can I get scholarship? So everyone wants scholarships. Yes, there are so many scholarships out there. The only challenge is there are always conditions. So we decided to curate some very popular scholarships that are open to international students that you can access. And then, so maybe I'll come to the announcement later on. I just want to run through that for now. So yesterday I mentioned the different kinds of scholarship that you can access. Some of them are partial, some of them are full. And so these are 18 that we have tried to find for you. Apart from these ones are university based, so you can only get them if you are applying to these universities. The Newfoundland and Labrador, that's I think Memorial University of Newfoundland. Actually, at this time, they are offering a lot of scholarships that are worth up to $1.5 million in entrance scholarship. So when you apply to this university as a student, you automatically get this scholarship together with your offer letter. So you don't need to apply for this scholarship. It comes automatically with your admission. And there are actually some very fantastic opportunity at Newfoundland and Labrador if you would like to explore them. And then Mohawk College in Ontario is also offering some good scholarships. If you apply to study there, you are automatically qualified for some of these scholarships too. And then this particular one is for those who want to study engineering or law. So if that's your area and you're interested in going to Canada, you can take advantage of that. Thompson Rivers University in British Columbia also have some scholarships available for, this is offered every year if you are studying in this university. Then we have the Gen Foundation Scholarship. This is open to applicants from any country of the world, but you have to be studying in the natural sciences and technology. And you can study in any country. You can use this scholarship to study in any country. The scholarship ranges between £500 and £5,000, and it's grant. And then we have the NCERC scholarship in Canada. You have to be studying in Canada to access this scholarship, and you must be studying either in the natural sciences, engineering, or technology field. It's a very highly competitive scholarship, so you may want to explore it. Clark University Global Scholars Program is a scholarship open to high school students who are not citizens of the United States. So if you are a citizen of the United States, it's not applicable. But if you are a United States citizen that is living overseas, then you can actually access it. It is worth $15,000 plus $2,500 taxable stipend for paid internship or research assistantship. So I think that's a nice one if you are able to explore that. And then the American University Emerging Global Scholarship is also applicable in the USA. It's open to only high achieving students who are dedicated to positive civic and social change. That means you have to demonstrate your interest and contribution to civic and social change for you to be able to access this scholarship. It's for those who want to study for bachelor's degree at the American University or American University. You are expected to go back home after your study so you can go and make things better back home. So that's the idea. It covers full tuition. So this is a full scholarship. Covers full tuition, it covers accommodation. So it's a very nice one. You can check this one out. Lund University Global Scholarship for non-EU students is open to those who want to study in Sweden. It is a merit-based scholarship and is open only to citizens of non-EU countries and non-EU, EU economic area. It's for bachelor study at Lund University, and the value can range between $25,000 to 100%. So what it means is it can be taken as a partial scholarship or as a full scholarship. The La Trobe Academic Excellence Scholarship for international students is offered in Australia. It's open to students from any country except New Zealand. So you have to be registered or be interested in taking the course at La Trobe's as an undergraduate student. It's a non-renewable tuition fee that is worth $10,000 to $20,000. It will be paid in 2 semesters over 12 months. That's the maximum you can take. So after that, it's not going to be renewable. The Westminster Full International Scholarship, as the name implies, is a full scholarship, but covers only tuition, accommodation, living expenses, and flights to and from London. So you have to be studying at Westminster University to be able to access this. It's for full-time undergraduate study at the university there, and it's renewable yearly if you perform excellently in your academics. So you have to watch out for your performance if you are using this. So you can explore it if you are going for an undergraduate program. Australia National University International Scholarship is also available for study in Australia. It's very competitive, and it's open to first-time overseas students only. It's full tuition plus overseas student health cover. So it's also a very nice one that you may want to explore. The Melbourne International Undergraduate Scholarships is available it can be taken as a full or partial fee remission for the students who get this. So, but then you have to be studying at Melbourne. So it's for first year of undergraduate degree only. And then we have the Rich Oxford Scholarship, which is applicable in the UK. It can be taken by students from developing nations who are unable to study in their own countries. So that means maybe for reasons of war or religious unrest or for some other difficult situation, you are unable to study in your country, or the course you want to study is not available in any university in your country, then you can take advantage of this scholarship. And it covers the university fee or college fees, living expenses, and a return year ticket home per year. So you can go home every year on this scholarship. I think that's a very nice one. So you can explore that. And Dennis Holland Scholarship at University College London, as the name implies, it can only be taken at University College London. It's for indigenous international students, and so you have to demonstrate need for you to get this. So if you're able to demonstrate that you can't afford the funding to study at UCL, then you can apply for this scholarship. You have to demonstrate intention to make full use of the activities offered by the university and the student union. So you have to be active in student programs for you to be able to access this. It's worth £9,000 per annum, and you can choose to use all or parts to cover your fees. So I think you can decide how you want to use the scholarship. Next is the York University International Student Scholarship Program, which you can take in Canada. There are 3 awards that are under this particular scholarship. The Global Leader of Tomorrow Award, the United World College Award, and the International Entrance Scholarship Award. So you have to be a full-time undergraduate international student at the University of York for you to be able to access this. It is worth $68,000 to $112,000 for a 4-year degree. So I think that should be able to cover should be like a full scholarship. And then the International Leader of Tomorrow Award at the University of British Columbia in Canada. It's a bachelor scholarship for talented secondary and post-secondary international students. So if you think you have what it takes, you should, understand that to say you are talented, you have to be able to demonstrate the talent that you're claiming. And you have to be also a good student. And it can be taken by anyone from any country. The value is based on your demonstrated financial need. It may cover food, tuition, and living expenses as well. The Humphrey Fellowship Program, I think, might be the last one, and it's for experience. This is for a non-degree program. So if you are interested in a non-degree program, maybe just a professional development program, yes, you can use this scholarship. It's for experienced professionals who are interested in strengthening their leadership skills. So it's based on a mutual agreement between your home country and the US. And then, so obviously you will need to demonstrate that you'll be going back home after you have used this scholarship for your professional development. So you can go back home and apply what you have learned back home. I think you will need to find out what selected university courses are available or are covered by this fellowship program. So then you also need to demonstrate, I think, practical work experience. So you may want to put something together to show that you have that. Yeah, so I think that's the last one. So once again, you can explore all of these 18 scholarships and see which one works for you. The thing that what is general to all of them is the fact that you have to demonstrate that you're a good student. So I mentioned it yesterday too, that most scholarships are merit-based, so there's nothing you can do about that. You have to demonstrate that you're good. But I mentioned that there are 2 scholarships that you could also access that are not necessarily too focused on academic performance. The sportsman or sportswoman scholarship, they are always there if you are good in any of the sports. So if you are somebody like that, you may want to explore those ones. They are usually full scholarships, but you have to be able to convince the coach or whoever is in charge that you are of the program you are applying for, that you have the skills that you are claiming to have. And then we have the ambassador programs, which I also mentioned yesterday. You need to find out what the university where you intend to take this program, what they expect. There are some of the universities that will expect you to create a video that demonstrates your support for the university or one way or the other. So they always have the conditions stated. And I mentioned yesterday as well that for this, you don't even need to have been a student in the university to do it. You can apply from home for this, and you can use it to study in the university. Okay. So that's that for the scholarships that I promised to present. I have a few questions here that I think I would like to take a look at. And someone is saying, I completed training college this year. This scholarship is not totally free, yes, but don't have money to pay for it now. Can I still get the scholarship and pay? It's a teacher training college. I really don't understand the question. Please, if you don't mind, can you ask? I don't understand the text here. So I don't know which scholarship are you referring to? Is there a particular one you're referring to? And maybe you can type in your message if you don't want to speak, or if you want to speak, please just unmute yourself and ask your question. That's from Infinix Math 3. Sorry, you're not speaking and you're not typing. Okay, yeah, so please unmute yourself. Yeah, I've asked you to unmute, so you can unmute yourself now and you'll be able to speak. Yeah.
Good afternoon once again.
Yeah,
So for me, this is not about the scholarship actually. I don't know if I can still go ahead.
Go ahead, go ahead.
Okay. Now while you were going through the slides introducing Harrow, as an
Okay.
organization that supports students. So there's something that actually caught my attention in your slide, and
Okay.
that is the support that you give to the intending students that wants to study abroad and all of that.
Okay.
So
Okay.
now my concern basically for the intending students is the disconnect between um, the admission and also getting a visa to travel. Because for a lot of students, of course, some of them have actually gone ahead to secure admission. Some even went ahead to secure scholarship. But at the point of securing the visa to travel, okay, they got denied. So now there is this disconnect. People don't know actually what is required after they've been given admission to study in a particular country. So now, does Harrow offer some sort of assistance in this regard?
Yes. And I think, I don't know, maybe if you have attended any of our webinars before, but I always make it a point of duty to explain this clearly in any of our webinars. I always mention the fact that getting admission is not a big deal. In this age that we are living in, where young people are online 24/7, anyone can apply to any university and get an offer. It is getting the visa to go study that is the main issue. And that is where Arrows come in, because I mentioned it. Arrows has agreement with universities, and universities have a way of supporting their students to apply for their visa. Now, when that aspect is not in, and the students try to maybe help themselves to see whether they can do it, yes, you can always try. Then they go ahead, they try, and then they get denied. Like right now, almost everyone is getting denied visa. Especially if you are trying to apply to Canada right now, you are almost guaranteed 98% rejection is what they're having at this time. So we try to plead with participants, don't play games with this, because one of the things I also mentioned in one of the presentations I made some months back is, when you get denied visa once, you increase your chances of getting denied more times. The reason is because when you are denied visa in US, you run to Canada or you run to the UK or Australia or New Zealand. These 5 countries have an agreement for exchange of biometric information. So when you are denied visa in any one of them, consider yourself on the list in all these other countries. So you reduce your chances of ever getting a visa to any one of these countries with every trial you make. So we try to say, don't try to do it if you really want to do it, because you may not be able to. There are those who are professionals in doing this, and they are willing to help you. It's only that it's not totally free. So your question, the answer to it is yes. Did I answer your question? Hello?
Yes, please. Yes, please.
Okay, okay.
You did.
So, and then Arrows made, I think that was announced yesterday too. I skipped all of that because I wanted to save some time. The fee, the waiver that is on now, there's an offer on now that you could actually just pay $25 and start your application, but you're going to pay up your full fees as soon as your offer letter is out. And that is still on. I don't know for how long it's going to be, but that's on for now. And I also mentioned yesterday that for this time, we have the university that presented yesterday, that Centennial College, is offering free application at this time. So if you're applying to Centennial College now, it's free. If you're applying to Reading University now, it is free. And there are 77 other universities in the UK that are free as I'm talking to you now. So if you are interested in any one of those, yes, we can always help you place your application, and we follow through until you land in the country of study. And throughout the visa application period, we'll keep advising you. We'll tell you what documents to prepare, how to prepare. In fact, the moment you register and you start your processing, we start to tell you how to begin the packaging so that you don't get rejected when it's time for visa. Because that's the key thing. Everyone can apply, everyone can get an offer, but going to immigration and getting through is the main thing. And then, so this is the link for you to, if you're ready to take up your application right away, that's the link on the screen. You can just go to that link online, and then it's a form. When you fill it, you will have the means to upload all the documents that are required, and then you can just go ahead with your application. A list of Canadian schools that we have partnerships with, there are too many of them. I can't begin to give you a list. If you go to our Facebook page, you are going to see all the ones that have made presentation on this webinar. I think we have had more than 15 or so made presentations. We have about, let's say, over 700 schools in Canada. So there is no, because we cover high school, we cover colleges, we cover universities. There's no way I can begin to make a list of that on this platform. So if you are interested in a particular university, you can let us know. Or if you are interested in a particular college, you can let us know, then we'll let you know if we are covering that. But I think to an extent, most of the key universities in Canada, we are covering.